I use an apple cider vinegar rinse every week. To make it, about a half a cup of apple cider vinegar, and then you can add your favorite oil. Here I'm using rose oil to make it smell pretty nice, and then you just fill the rest of the bottle up with water. Also, make sure your apple cider vinegar has the mother in it. I put all these products on my Amazon shop, the link will be in the description. I'm sure you know this, apple cider vinegar has amazing hair benefits, which I'll get into in a little bit, but first, let's add our concoction to our hair. What I like to do before adding my apple cider vinegar to my hair is give it a really good scrub just with water. I want to get out as much buildup as possible before putting in my treatment. Once you feel like you've woken up your scalp, start applying your mixture to your head and massaging it in. Do this all over your head in little squirts of apple cider vinegar, and if you have a lot of hair like me, it might take a while. After you've made your way around your whole head, massage in the product thoroughly. Give your scalp a good scrub, and don't forget those awkward places like behind your ears and the nape of your neck. After I feel like I've rubbed it in all the way, I'll start sticking my head under the water to start the rinsing out process. This apple cider vinegar treatment is perfect if you want to clarify your hair or remove product buildup and cleanse your hair. It can also add shine, decrease or diminish brassy tones, strengthen, and it may even lighten your hair. Side of caution, try not to get it in your eye, it stings so bad. Here I am applying a little more to the shaft of my hair, which closes the cuticle and seals in moisture. And as you can see, I just squirt the treatment all over my hair and then I'll squeeze it into my hair. If you have thinner hair, I suggest putting less. This apple cider vinegar treatment is also great for removing hard water residue. It may even help with dandruff and itchiness. I'll add water to every other squeeze to start the rinsing out process. And finally, I will scrub it all out under the water. I do this before shampooing, but you can do it after you shampoo as well. Let me know if you try it. We've all seen and most likely used these clay facial masks, but have you ever done it while in the shower? For me, doing this in the shower is such a game changer. The steam from the shower opens up my pores and keeps the mask from getting too tight on my face. The tightness can sometimes cause irritation, especially on sensitive skin. While mixing your mask, it's important to not use any metal when dealing with the clay face masks because the metal can bind to the mask. I'm using a plastic container and wooden stick, but you can use glass too. Once you have a semi-thick consistency, your mask is ready. I start by washing my face with CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser. It's also a makeup remover. I love this cleanser because it does not leave my skin dry and it easily removes full coverage and waterproof makeup. Once I'm all clean, I'll start applying the clay mask to my face and neck. There may be some clumps in the clay mask, but that's okay. Just rub it into your face or add some water if you need to. For any remaining clumps in your hand, add water to your hands and rub them out like soap, as if you're washing your hands. If any clay clumps fall, rub them into the floor. The water will soften them and they'll go down the drain without any pipe harm. Do your remaining shower tasks while the steam softens your sebum or oil inside your pores, making it easier to extract and be pulled out by the clay mask. Wash off the clay mask and reap the benefits of antibacterial properties, exfoliate and remove toxins, bacteria, and dead skin, heal skin infections, promote healthy skin immunity, and even out skin tone with consistent use.